When asked about his lack of friends, a Stoic man likened friendship to a diamond, elusive and precious. He said friendships are rare, valuable, and often surrounded by imitations. After a few errors in judgment, you begin to believe that all friendships are mere illusions, just fakes. Building on this sentiment, another individual observed that true friends are treasures to be held dear, yet it is rare that we find a friend in life whom we can truly hold in such high regard. But what does it mean when you find yourself often alone, navigating a world that seems to overflow with connections? Does a lack of friends indicate something deeper, something inherent in who you are? Today, we'll dive into this delicate topic, exploring the nuanced world of friendships or the lack thereof. We'll look at the complexities of modern social dynamics and how they influence our relationships. Remember, not having a sea of friends doesn't reflect your worth. Sometimes it's about finding that one true gem. Stay with us as we dive into understanding why some struggle to find these connections, explore the root causes, and most importantly, unveil practical Stoic steps to forge authentic friendships. Just like a sculptor chisels away at stone to reveal a masterpiece, you too can shape your social worlds, carving out meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. So, stay focused and let's embark on this journey together through the lens of Stoicism, with open minds and hearts ready to learn, grow, and connect. We are wired to be social creatures, yet for many, the maze of social interactions feels like a puzzle with missing pieces. Shyness or introversion is often seen as a hurdle in this journey, but let's flip the script. Imagine seeing these traits not as barriers, but as unique vantage points to view the world. In the heart of Stoic wisdom lies the art of turning perceived weaknesses into strengths. The first step is embracing your nature. Remember Marcus Aurelius, who whispered through time, "Accept the things to which fate binds you." Your introversion isn't a flaw, it's a quiet power. It's about realizing that your journey is different, not less. When you accept yourself, you break free from the chains of what-ifs and should-bests. This self-acceptance is your armor in the bustling world of social interaction, making you unshakable in your quiet confidence. Now let's talk about the present moment. You're at a gathering, feeling the familiar tug of shyness. Here's where Stoicism shines. It tells you to focus on what's in your control. Your control lies in your actions, your words, and your kindness, not in others' thoughts or the final outcome. When you speak, do it not to impress but to express. This shift in focus from fear of judgment to the authenticity of your words lightens the load, making conversations less of a battleground and more of a playground for genuine connections. Additionally, understand that friendship isn't a trophy to win, but a garden to nurture. In seeking connections, detach yourself from the need for immediate results. Like Seneca, who saw life as a journey, view each interaction as a step on your path, not as a test of your worth. By concentrating on being your authentic self, you make space for relationships that resonate with your true self. Remember, in the Stoic view, every person you meet is a chance to learn, grow, and reflect, not just another friend to add to your list. Through the lens of Stoicism, shyness and introversion transform from shadows into sources of strength. It's not about overcoming these traits, but about understanding and using them to navigate the complex world of human relationships. When navigating the maze of friendships, trust issues often loom large. It's like walking on a tightrope, balancing your own values with the unpredictability of others. Trust is not given out like free samples at a store, it's earned, piece by piece. Start by understanding yourself. What makes you tick? What scares you? Being clear about who you are is like having a compass in the wilderness of relationships. It's about knowing when to open the door to someone and when to keep it shut. Remember how a tree stands firm, it knows its roots. Just like that tree, know your roots, your values. This self-knowledge is your anchor in the ever-changing tides of human connections. Recognize that people, like seasons, change. Someone might seem trustworthy today and turn around tomorrow. This isn't a call to build walls around your heart, but rather to acknowledge that the only constant is change. Keep your emotional balance. If trust is broken, it's not the end of the world, it's an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. This doesn't mean you become cold and distant. Instead, it's about being realistic, understanding that perfection is a myth, especially in human behavior. Be like water, adapting, flowing, yet always true to your nature. Open, honest communication is your best tool. If doubts creep in, talk about them. It's like turning on a light in a dark room, suddenly things become clearer. Don't shy away from these conversations, they're the bridges that can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections. A conversation can turn a misunderstanding into a moment of clarity. But remember, it's a two-way street, listen as much as you speak. This balance of speaking and listening creates a rhythm, a dance of words and understanding that strengthens the bonds of friendship. Ultimately, it's about building a circle of friends where trust is the foundation, not an afterthought. Navigating through the maze of modern life, one might stumble upon a quiet truth: the lack of friends isn't always about not meeting people, but often about not engaging with the world around us. Our phones buzz with notifications, but our hearts yearn for real connections. Picture this: volunteering in your community isn't just about helping others, it's a gateway to meeting souls who cares about the same things you do, whether you're planting trees or organizing books at a local library. Every shared task is a thread weaving you into the social fabric. These actions reflect a Stoic virtue, contributing to the greater good, and in doing so, you find companions on the same path. But let's not forget the power of shared knowledge and passions. Imagine entering a room where everyone speaks the language of your profession or hobby. Workshops and seminars related to your interests aren't just for adding lines to your resume, they're fertile grounds for friendships. In these spaces, conversations flow effortlessly as you're surrounded by those who understand the nuances of your work or passion. It's like finding your tribe, where professional growth and personal connections go hand in hand. Remember also to embrace the great outdoors as your social canvas. Activities like hiking, biking, or group yoga aren't just for physical health, they're catalysts for connection. In the embrace of nature, conversations bloom like wildflowers. These activities strip away the formalities of typical social settings, allowing genuine connections to grow. And while you're out there, practice gratitude for the world around you and for those who share these moments with you. It's not about having a multitude of friends, it's about cherishing the connections that add color to your life. This approach, rooted in simplicity and sincerity, turns the pursuit of friendships into a fulfilling journey. Friendships don't form themselves, they require effort and the right approach, something often overlooked in our busy lives. A lack of social skills can be a significant barrier to forming meaningful friendships. Remember how Marcus Aurelius subtly urged us to love those fate brings into our lives? It's a nudge towards embracing social opportunities, however small. Begin with manageable steps, strike up a conversation in a coffee shop, join a local club, or engage in online communities with shared interests. These small interactions are the building blocks of confidence in social settings. Like a plant needing water and sunlight, social skills need nurturing and patience to flourish. One key element in developing social skills is listening with intent and empathy. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, being the one who listens sets you apart. Ask questions not just to respond, but to understand. Dive into the stories of others with genuine curiosity. This shift in focus from how you're perceived to truly understanding others builds deeper connections. It's not about impressing others with your wit or stories, but about creating a space where others feel valued and heard. Additionally, embrace the ups and downs of social interactions with stoic calm. Not every attempt at conversation will lead to a lifelong friendship, and that's okay. Each interaction, whether it blossoms into a friendship or fizzles out, is a step forward in your social journey. The rejection isn't a reflection of your worth but a natural part of human interaction. With each experience, you're not only building your social skills but also learning to navigate the complex tapestry of human relationships with grace and resilience. Remember, your worth isn't tied to the number of friends you have but the quality of the connections you nurture. At times, the lack of friends in our lives can echo the tale of the boy and the apple tree. The story mirrors how our priorities shift as we age, often drifting away from connections that once meant the world to us. As children, our friendships are like the playful times with the tree, pure and unburdened. But as we grow, like the boy, our focus shifts to what we perceive as essentials: money, status, a home. In this pursuit, we may unintentionally neglect the friendships that once sheltered us, like the apple tree providing shade. This shift in priorities isn't unusual, it's part of growing up, of evolving. But often, in chasing what we think we need, we overlook what we already have. The boy returned to the tree only when he needed something, not realizing the constant, uncomplaining friendship it offered. Similarly, in our hustle for success and stability, we might overlook the friends who are our silent supporters. The result? A void filled with accomplishments, perhaps, but lacking in true, heartfelt connections. Rebuilding or nurturing friendships requires a conscious effort, much like tending to a garden. It's not about grand gestures but consistent, small acts of kindness and understanding. Start with reaching out, initiating conversations, and being there not just in happy moments but also in times of need. Remember, friendships, like trees, grow deep roots over time, not overnight. The boy and the tree story teaches us that friendship is a two-way street, needing care and attention from both sides. Don't be the boy who remembered the tree only in times of need, be the one who cherishes and nurtures these relationships regularly. Growth in our ever-changing lives, where we juggle careers, education, and personal growth, the shifting of priorities often acts as a silent architect in the construction or decline of friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy as relevant today as in ancient times, teaches us to embrace life's dynamic nature. Imagine your life as a river, constantly flowing and changing course. As you navigate through the rapids of career advancement or the serene waters of family life, your time for social interactions naturally ebbs and flows. This isn't a failure on your part, it's simply the reality of a life lived fully. Stoicism offers practical guidance for these times of transition. When your days are packed with meetings, deadlines, or family responsibilities, it's tempting to try and maintain a wide circle of friends. Yet, Stoicism advises quality over quantity. It's better to have a few deep, meaningful connections than numerous superficial ones. This approach isn't about cutting people out but rather about focusing your energy where it matters most. In doing so, you honor not only your time but also the time of others, fostering relationships that are genuine and fulfilling. Adapting to life's changing priorities with Stoicism doesn't mean resigning yourself to a life with fewer friends. Instead, it's about understanding and accepting the natural flow of relationships. Some friends may drift away, while others will stay or even come into your life precisely because of your new priorities. Embrace this journey with wisdom and courage. Remember, each person you meet, whether they stay for a season or a lifetime, adds unique value to your life's tapestry. Be present in your interactions, and let Stoicism guide you to build friendships that are not only meaningful but also resonate with the person you are becoming. Our mental well-being, often sidelined in the hustle of life, is a silent cornerstone in the architecture of friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy not just of ancient marble but of modern-day resilience, sheds light on this. It's not about stiff upper lips but about understanding our mental landscape. When our inner world is clouded by anxiety or shadowed by depression, it's like trying to navigate a social maze in the dark. The Stoics teach us to light a torch, not to dispel the darkness completely, but to see a path through it. Just as George Carlin pointed out, beneath the surface of a cynical outlook lies a disappointed idealist. This isn't about wearing rose-colored glasses, but recognizing that our mental battles can inadvertently build walls, not bridges, between us and potential friends. Now, let's get practical. Stoicism isn't about quoting Marcus Aurelius while sipping a latte, it's about actionable steps. First, mindfulness. And no, it's not a fancy word for daydreaming. It's about being present in a world where our attention is the hottest commodity. Being fully present in a conversation is like giving a rare gift, it shows you care, and that's friendship currency. Also, meditation isn't just for monks, it's for everyone juggling life's demands. The benefits of 10 minutes a day extend beyond your brain. It signals to others that you value clarity and calm. Consequently, tranquility as a goal might sound like a luxury in our 24/7 world, but it's the bedrock for stable friendships. Tranquility isn't escaping to a beach. Oftentimes, it's finding peace amid chaos. It's about having an anchor so that when life's storms hit, and they will, you're not swept away. Friends aren't just for sunny days, they are shelters in storms. By striving for inner calm, you become someone others want to turn to. Stoicism teaches us that this inner tranquility is attainable through self-reflection and consistency. It's about recognizing our emotions,